Argentina. Molina, lovely ball into the penalty area this time now, and it's going to be kept alive by De Paul. He pulls it back, he can't find Messi. It was an excellent dispossession from Al Malki to take it away from the number 10. Defensively, they've been really good, Saudi Arabia. Been really strong. It looks like they're going to have to make a change, though. I think now if Al Abed is stood down below, I haven't seen anyone who's obviously immobile. It never even looked like he wasn't wearing a bib or training gear as Messi switches it nicely to the right to Di Maria. Di Maria drives into the penalty area, floats him to the far post. There's no one there. Will eventually be picked up by Gomez near the corner flag. Gomez trying to turn away from Abdelhamid, who's been really good and stays on him. Paredes. He switches into the penalty area. He finds Di Maria. He can't keep it alive. And Alaves dives from the loose ball. It was a difficult one for Angel Di Maria. And Alaves did well to pick up on the loose ball. Right. To go long. They didn't put the ball out, but that certainly is Naif Al Abed waiting to come on, and no one's asking Al Sharani to put the ball out. His coach right there, Hervé Renard, was talking to him, encouraging him to play on, and now down goes Al Faraj, and this would be a big blow. This is a really big blow. Of all the players to lose, they didn't want Salman Al Faraj to have to go off. It's his 71st appearance for Saudi Arabia. He scored 4 times in the qualifiers. He's the man who scored in that game against Egypt in the World Cup 4 years ago. He's distraught on the centre circle. In first half stoppage time, he is going to be forced off through injury. I'm sure he was hoping he'd get to half time, get some treatment and maybe see if he could get out for the second half. But it's not going to happen. The captain is off. It's a huge blow for Saudi Arabia. It's a huge blow for Al Faraj. And those fans in dark green stand to applaud him. It's a disappointing sight as he slowly makes his way towards the sideline. The good news is, of course, Al Abed himself has scored 8 goals in his international career. He's well experienced, the 32-year-old. But to lose the captain is a bitter blow. He's a shake of hands with manager Hervé Renard, and then he's consoled by the coaching staff around him as the tears start to flow. It is a tough, tough sight to report on. Now, there's a man who fears his World Cup is over in just half a game. Captain's armband has moved to the top appearance maker in the squad, Salim Al-Ghazari. I'll just add on a 30 seconds or so to our stoppage time. We've played 4 of the 5 minutes as Argentina pass around the back. They have the goal lead. They thought they had 3 more. All 3 occasions offside was the eventual outcome to disallow the goal. Benfica gives it to Otamendi, and now Romero. Romero on the feet of Molina. It's dispossessed, and it's kept alive by Cano, who does excellent skill to stick it through the legs of Romero. Now Al Sherry. Cano once more. Nice flick round from the substitute Al Abed, but eventually it finds the Argentinian back line. It just can't quite string enough passes to get through towards the Argentinian defence. The hustle and franticness applied by Paredes and De Paul really is stressing out the Saudi Arabian team. They just don't seem to have enough time in possession to get it to a striker against the Argentinian backline. We've had the 5 minutes, we've now played 20 odd seconds more than that. Of course, we are expecting that with some of the injury to the former captain Al Faraj, who's now been replaced. And half-time whistle. he wasn't going to get there. It would have gone out for a goal kick, but it's offside. Can Saudi Arabia challenge Emi Martinez's goal? Can they find an equaliser? They showed signs in that first half of being able to build towards the penalty area, just unable to actually find the breakthrough in between that defence and get a shot on goal. Lai will take the free kick deep in his own half. He sends it long, headed away by Romero. They're back into the Argentinian half, and with head tennis across the halfway line, it's finally brought down by Alabed. He gets it back and is challenged strongly by Paredes. And Argentina can try something with Messi in the centre circle. He's dispossessed by Al Malki. Ball played forward towards Al Sheri. Gets into the penalty area. Gets a left foot shot away. It scores! And Saudi Arabia have equalised against Argentina. A stunning moment for Salah Al Sheri. His 11th goal in just 21 appearances for Saudi Arabia. His first ever at a World Cup after scoring 7 times in the qualifying stages. And then 3 minutes into the second half, Saudi Arabia have equalised against one of the favourites for the entirety of the competition. Messi lost it in the centre circle. It fell to the feet of Al Sheri going forward. He had the pace to get round Romero, who doesn't cover himself in glory here at all. It's at a tight angle. It's out of the reach of Emi Martinez into the very, very corner of the far post. It couldn't be placed with more precision. It's the sort of accuracy you'd expect from Lionel Messi, but instead it's come from Salah Al Sheri. Wow! It's 1-1. Their first shot on goal, and it's an equaliser. And there'll be no reason for VAR to intervene, and we get back underway. And Argentina, who had 3 goals disallowed in the first half for offside, who could have, in a different day, had a 4-0 lead at the break, are now level, 1 goal apiece. They've been pegged back by Saudi Arabia and Salah Al Sheri. Messi lost it on the halfway line. 2 passes in, and Al Sheri was through. He outpaced Romero, who won't want to watch that one back, and he slotted it with sublime precision. Their first shot at goal is on goal and in the goal. And now Argentina come forward looking to find the lead for the second time today, after having it for the best part of 40 minutes thanks to Messi's penalty early in the first half. And those in green shirts and green flags and scarves are loving life here in Qatar. They are dancing in the stadium. Everyone rose to their feet. They're still on their feet now. The noise levels have gone through the roof. The interaction amongst the crowd is incredible. And those in blue and white shirts, both on the field and in the stands, they have a sense of disbelief as again Saudi Arabia come forward. It's switched out to the right to Abdel Hamid, who slips, and that's just cost him the chance to cross, and it goes out for a goal kick. Oh, so unfortunate. Just as he went to cross it in, he slipped, it ricocheted off his leg, and Tagliafico was able to shield it out for a goal kick. A piece of history for Al Sheri and Saudi Arabia, their first goal in this World Cup against the favourites for the group, one of the favourites for the tournament. He has as many World Cup goals in Qatar as Lionel Messi. Otamendi outright to Molina. To Di Maria, Messi, and they just suddenly looked a bit stunned. Messi's attempted pass is deflected up and headed away by Abdel Hamid, and now there's another Saudi Arabian down injured. And this is another blow because it's the goal scorer himself, Al Sheri, He went to dispossess Messi. Just caught in the follow-through. Messi was only kicking the ball, so it was never a foul. But it will just stop the play for Argentina. And in a way, it's the last thing Saudi Arabia want, because they have all the momentum in this second half. It looks like he's going to be okay to continue. He doesn't need the medical team to come on, as we get a shot of those in the crowd dancing, waving flags and scarves in Saudi Arabian green. Al-Malki. He goes back to the goalkeeper, Al-Rais. And he sends it long down the right-hand side. Everyone's missed it, and it's full to Abdul Hamid. And the right-back, who's played so well in the first half, is charging forward in line of the penalty area. He pulls it back. It's not cleared away. Al-Abed's shot is cleared away by the head of Romero. Still in the penalty area. Brought down by Al-Dosari, who skipped past a few. He shot! Oh, what a goal! Al-Dosari has scored a screamer! And inside 5 minutes of this second half, Saudi Arabia have turned this around. From a goal down, they lead Argentina by 2-1. You cannot believe what you're hearing. It's difficult to believe what I'm seeing. It's a stunning, stunning goal from Salem Al-Dosari. He's done a full somersault in celebration as this game is flipped on its head too. Unbelievable. Abdelhamid's cross. It wasn't properly dealt with. A shot came in, Romero headed up into the air. It was brought down calmly by Al-Dosari under no real pressure. He skipped round 2 challenges, round a third, and on the edge of the box, he bends it into the corner. Martinez gets a hand to it, but not a strong enough hand to stop it going in. Oh my goodness! Argentina, who had a fairly comfortable lead in the first half, have lost it and are now behind in 8 minutes in the second half. I know it's a controversial World Cup. Every conversation in the build-up and even in the days we've been open have been about those controversies. But these are the sort of conversations now we want to be having, because this is such a shock. Argentina kick us back off. They are now trailing by 2-1. What? Wow. Free kick inside the Argentina half. I told you Argentina looked stunned. They're in disbelief now as Messi finds the feet of Gomez. And they may have to turn to the bench to try and change things up, because it's suddenly gone very, very downhill for Lionel Scaloni's side. And Saudi Arabia come forward again. Al-Abed just can't get a toe onto it, and it's beaten away. And actually, as he stretched for the ball, he fouls Paredes. And now Martinez is caught in the quick free kick. It just slows things down. Cano gets a talking to from the referee. So many talked about this World Cup being the World Cup for Messi, the final time he may get a chance to win that trophy. The World Cup that could see him lift the one piece of silverware that's got away from him. Supposedly the best team they've had in years, where they're now 2-1 down to Saudi Arabia. This would be unreal. There's so long to go though as Di Maria charges forward. Messi to the feet of Martinez. Martinez pulls it back for Messi, who's dispossessed at the last second. What a challenge that is. What a tackle. Messi was about to score, it seemed, only for a flying challenge to come in. It looked like it was from Al-Balai. We'll have to check that. Wow. Messi was on goal, just inside the penalty area. Here comes Di Maria again. He slides it in field, looking for Martinez. It's just under hit. It's desperate defending from Saudi Arabia, as if it's the last 2 minutes. But there's 40 to go, you imagine, with all the stoppage time that will be played. Messi dispossessed easily, and then he's caught Alabed, and now Tambakti is down on the ground having a breather. Frantic defending from Saudi Arabia. It was Al Tambakti with the last-ditch sliding challenge to get to Messi. He bemoaned the pass from his teammates, maybe feeling it was under-hit. I think we just have to say it was class defending. He's up to his feet now. I think he's just feeling it after that sudden burst of energy. Mexico and Poland, the other two teams in this group, will be watching this game with shocked faces. On the one hand, they'll be delighted. They could both be thinking about going through if they could get past Argentina, but maybe they'll now be thinking they've underestimated this Saudi Arabia side, as surely Argentina are feeling too. Papu Gomez, he's stuck at the left-back position trying to win a free kick, and he eventually does. Well, they've got plenty of options on the bench, Argentina, and they may have to think about turning to that earlier than they planned. And it's going to be a triple substitution for those in blue and white. Christian Romero is going to come off, a man who didn't cover himself in glory in the first goal. Looks like, I think Di Maria is going to come off as well. Romero is being placed by Lisandro Martinez, the Manchester United defender. Julian Alvarez is going to come on as well, the Manchester City striker. And it's Paredes and Gomez, the other two, that are coming off. And the man on for Gomez is Enzo Fernandez. So a triple Argentinian change. Let's see if that changes formation or not, or just like for like in all three positions. I imagine Alvarez will take the left wing spot. Here they go again. Messi sliding it in behind for Martinez. He's being battled away with Al Tambakti, who was caught by Martinez, and that's a simple free kick to give. And once again, Hassan Al Tambakti is on the ground. Tangle of legs after he got to the ball first. So it looks like Alvarez is staying left side. Lautaro Martinez stays in the middle. Di Maria out on the right. Messi is going to be similar positioned. The question is about Enzo Fernandez. Does he just slide in with Paredes as a holding midfielder? Does he push forward? It's only his fourth ever game for Argentina, this 21-year-old. It looks like he is lining up alongside the pole. And he may have more license to run forward as a box-to-box midfielder. We'll see. Is the first challenge for Lisandro Martinez is to shield a ball out of play for a goal kick. We now have three Martinezes on the field. Martinezes? Martinez-I? I'm not sure what the plural for Martinez is, but we have three of them. Lisandro, Lautaro. But any goal scorer will do. It doesn't have to be any of those. Alvarez just eats a few seconds before picking the ball up in his own penalty area, and he rolls it out left. So Abulai sends one down the line, looking for the one of the goal scorer, Al Sheri. And Al Tosari have written themselves into just Saudi Arabian history, but World Cup history. It was bleak when their captain went off, one of the most experienced members of the team. As they come forward again here, Sherry dispossessed. And it's going to go all the way back to the Saudi goalkeeper, Alvarez, who sends it long. Cano forward, Alabed beaten to it by Tagliafico. One back on the centre circle by Abulai. Al-Sharani gets it to the feet of Al-Burkan, but he's dispossessed. Messi forward, finding Alvarez, who's out-muscled by Abdelhamid. I said in the first half, these two wing-backs has done ever so well, and they've continued that into the second period. Runs out for throw. Now Renard remonstrating with all of his team, full of energy now after this comeback in the second period from Saudi Arabia. The Frenchman loving life at the moment, although the stress levels, I'm sure, have gone up. Here comes Otamendi into the Saudi Arabian half. And he goes right to Di Maria. Di Maria driving in line of the penalty area. Pokes the ball into the penalty box. It just couldn't find Martinez. And it goes out for corner. It was a lovely cross from the outside of the boot from Di Maria. Just couldn't find the head of Martinez. And Alvarez beaten to it for a corner that Messi will take. On the left-hand side for Argentina. Over an hour has been played. Messi, the captain, looks to deliver left-footed. Floats on onto the penalty spot, it's headed away. Edge of the box will be kept alive. Back it goes left to Messi. Messi infield to DePaul. DePaul floats onto the far side of the penalty box. It's into the box itself! It's a chance and a save brilliantly by Alois. Well, Lisandro Martinez had the first opportunity. He didn't connect with it properly. And then I think it was Tagliafico who was in between the ball and the goalkeeper, who has also got a touch onto it. He actually guided it more onto goal, and Alois beats it away. He made a big save for Messi in the first 2 minutes, and it's another big stop from him there. And in the mix of watching all those replays, Nicolas Otamendi is down on the ground, and he's still rolling around from when he crossed the ball initially. There was contact, and he's trying to see if he can convince VAR to give him a penalty. It looks like he's not going to get his wishes. Messi will take the resulting corner. Same corner flag from the previous one. In it goes from him. It's dealt with at first, and in fact it's going to fall for Al Jassouri, the goal scorer, the man who's given Saudi Arabia the lead, and he plays an excellent switch of play to the right-hand side, and the green body's coming forward, although it's been Al Burakan who's lost out, and those green bodies need to sprint back as Argentina have a free kick they take quickly, although the referee says not from the right spot. And I can tell you now that Lionel Scaloni is not happy with that decision to make them retake it. Frantic second half action. This unofficial commentary of the World Cup in Qatar for 2022. It's been incredible to watch. And of course, been speaking about goals yesterday. We spoke about controversial decisions, and even the penalty in this one was slightly controversial, but this is what we want to be talking about at the World Cup. We have to talk about the hosts, the venue, these talking points, the human rights. These are all things we have to talk about. But I feel this is the first time that football has just, for now, gone above the conversations about the controversies about where we are. Otamendi to Martinez. Ball over the top looking for the run of Messi. He's having to wait for the ball to come to him. He's in the penalty area. He's trying to turn into some space. He looks to pull it back for Martinez, but he's underhit the pass. And Al Tambakti, who's having a stunning second half, slides in to clear away. Fernandez goes out right to Di Maria. Di Maria has the overlapping run should he wish. He's trying to do it all on his own at the moment, and he's holding on to the ball for too long, and it slows things down. He goes back to Fernandez. Now to Paul, to Di Maria. Still he won't use Molina out wide. He's been open 3 times now. Di Maria's a bit too slow. Messi in field. Goes left. He's pushed Alvarez a bit wider than he would like. Alvarez tries to float one in. Alois comes and he claims, and he then falls into the ground, clutching the ball to his chest and eating up more and more seconds. There's still 25 minutes to go, plus stoppage time, but every second surely will count. He sends it long. On the halfway line, and eventually it falls to Aburakan, whose touch has not been great this game. It just slows things down. He gets the ball back from Abdelhamid. Infield again, looking for his right back. He's stronger in the challenge. Al Abed gives it left. Al Maki, just a slow touch away from him, and then as he slides in to try and recover possession, he catches Otamendi, And the referee gives a free kick, and I think we're going to get our first yellow card for Al Malki for that challenge. And without seeing a replay yet, I do feel like maybe that one was the right decision. First card of the game. And it goes to the Saudi Arabian number 8. Mandy won the ball, and he was caught by the studs on his boot. It's the right decision. Saudi Arabia have had victories at World Cups in the past. Of course, most recently they beat Egypt in Russia in 2018, but of course that incredible tournament in 1994 in America where they beat both Morocco and Belgium to finish second in the group. This will be up there as one of their most incredible victories, not only because it's Argentina, but to come from behind to take the lead would be special. Switch to the left-hand side, finds Tagliafico. He has a crunching challenge on him from Al Burkan that puts it out for a throw in line of the penalty area. He throws it to the feet of Lautaro Martinez. Gets it back from the inter-striker, who hasn't really had many shots on goal. Argentina as a whole haven't had many on goal. When Al Harris has been called into action, he's made some big saves. Out it goes to Di Maria. Coming infield from that right channel, but a long way from goal. Messi. 35 yards from goal down the centre. Tries to slide one in for Tagliafico, and once again Al Bulacan slides in to make the challenge. He's become more of a defender than a forward in this second half, and he's doing an excellent job as he puts it out for yet another corner, again in this left-hand side for Messi to take. They had a comfortable 5-0 victory over the United Arab Emirates last week to Argentina. It's not comfortable now as Messi's corner comes in and the header is comfortably wide, I think from Lautaro Martinez. First time, potentially, that Saudi Arabia will ever beat Argentina. Messi's had plenty of the ball. He's not been able to get many shots away. And this is where Argentina have been plenty of times in the past, full of expectation, full of hope, full of promise. As many have said, the best Argentina squad they've come to a World Cup in years. And it's just falling short. They just can't seem to find that consistency at World Cups. Last year, in particular, a terrible one. They drew the opening game against Iceland. They lost 3-0 to Croatia. They snuck a 2-1 win against Nigeria before that mad 4-3 game in the knockouts to France, where Mbappe cost them a place in the quarter-finals. Of course, the 2014 World Cup had been so promising, but recently they just haven't looked to be a stunning force. Can Acuna come on and change that? The Sevilla man is the 4th substitution for Argentina, and he's on for Tagliafico. So it looks like he's going to go on in the left-back position. Still no change of formation, it seems. For Argentina or Scaloni. Indeed, he does slot in on the left-hand side. Just wondered if maybe Argentina will go to 3 at the back and try and push some wide players higher up the field. 20 minutes to go. A shock lead for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Acuna, his first involvement is to take a throw. It's taking a long time over. Martinez can't find anyone in blue and white, and it's cleared a way back to where that throw was taken from just seconds ago. Then we have Mexico-Poland later today. That's at 10 o'clock local time. And Saturday, the next round of fixtures in this group, Group C. Poland face Saudi Arabia at 4 p.m. Argentina hosts Mexico. South American clash at 10. And then on Wednesday, the 30th, both games at the same time. Poland, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico. Both games, the evening ones, 10 p.m. time to Qatar. Paul takes it over the halfway line. Alvarez had made a good run but hadn't been seen. There's space now for Di Maria down the right. He plays a lovely ball down the line for Fernandes, who crosses across the face of goal. Alvarez dive, couldn't touch it, and it's kept alive by the corner flag by Acuna. Acuna drills it to the edge of the box. He finds Messi. Messi with a nice ball to find Di Maria. Di Maria dancing, gets a shot away, and it's saved well by Alvarez. You can expect more of that to come in the next 20 minutes. Great vision for Messi to find Di Maria. Just got it stuck under his feet, had to get a weak foot shot out, and he couldn't get anywhere near the corner of the goal. Not a good clearance from Alvarez, straight to Fernandes, and Argentina come again. Di Maria into the corners of the penalty area, looks for Alvarez, who let it go from Messi, couldn't find him. Messi will try and keep this alive on the edge of the box, but he's beaten to it by the defensive work of Cana. Now Abdelhamid, under pressure, slices his clearance, and he gets about a yard further forward for an Argentina throw. These are the games and the stories that make a World Cup. Argentina 1, Saudi Arabia 2, as Acuna takes the throw. Flicked down the corner from Martinez, lost in possession by Alvarez, and cleared away midway up the Saudi Arabian half. Martinez hooks it to nobody. It's headed back towards his halfway line, and Otamendi doesn't do amazingly well. Al-Sheri, the goal scorer, sends it long, and Martinez was an overhit back pass towards his goalkeeper that for a second had the Aston Villa man backpedaling, but it didn't go over his head into his own goal. Instead was chested down by the 30-year-old in goal. To find DePaul on the halfway line. Plenty of runners around him, including Martinez. Out comes Alvarez with a sliding challenge. He gets there first. He's now off his line. Di Maria tries it, couldn't get it properly on goal, and it's dealt with by the Saudi Arabian defence. Risk taken by Alvarez, but it was a challenging one for Di Maria to shoot with the goalkeeper well off his line. He never got it high enough to get over the Saudi Arabian defence. The winner of the group faces the runner-up of France, Australia, Denmark and Tunisia. The winner from those four plays the runner-up here. Many expecting France to be the winner, and therefore we could have a repeat of a knockout game between France and Argentina, because Argentina comes second in the group instead of winning it, just like we had 4 years ago. Yellow card shown, I think, to Alvarez for time wasting. We'll get that confirmed shortly. Al-Malki heads forward. It goes out for a throw deep in Argentina's half. Martinez gets it from Otamendi. They have one substitution left. Who will it be to come on to try and salvage this for the Argentinian squad? Ball into the penalty area from the right-hand side from Di Maria's cross, and it's cleared away by Abdelhamid, who wishes he'd known that there was time to bring it down. There are a couple of attacking options left. Angel Correa, the Atletico forward, or Paulo Dybala, both were scored before for Argentina, as Acuna takes the corner quickly, into the box he goes, and the header, like it was from Martinez, goes over the crossbar. Other options on the bench that could score goals, maybe Alexis McAllister, the Brighton midfielder, never scored for his national team from the 8 previous games. And these are the best they've got now. Flag still waving for those Saudi Arabians who've made the short journey here.
ممتاز الكرة إلى نواف يحاول فيها الكرة ما زالت عن طريق مسافة قريب وخطأ من مكان مؤاتي. وهناك ليو لكن بإذن الله تمر بالسلام يا ليو. هذه الكرة الأخيرة، الركلة الحرة المباشرة لمصلحة المنتخب الأرجنتيني. يلا يا العويس، يلا يا العويس، ركلة حرة مباشرة لمصلحة المنتخب السعودي. الجماهير الأرجنتينية الآن تشعر وكأن لها ركلة جزاء. لماذا؟ لأن ليو موجود. تشعر وكأنها تحصلت على ركلة جزاء. لماذا؟ لأن ليو موجود. ركلة حرة مباشرة ستنفذ، ركلة حرة مباشرة ستنفذ في هذه اللحظات لمصلحة المنتخب الأرجنتيني. العويس يا العويس، العويس يا العويس، الأمال معلقة عليك أمام الأسطورة ليونيل ميسي. هنا ركلة حرة مباشرة ستنفذ في هذه الأثناء. ميسي على تنفيذ الركلة الحرة المباشرة. العويس يا العويس، أمالنا معلقة معك يا العويس اليوم. والركلة الحرة المباشرة، ميسي على تنفيذ بقدمه اليسارية. ميسي على تنفيذ من ركلة حرة مباشرة من مسافة قريبة. نتمنى أن تمر بسلام أكيد بلسان حال كل المشجعين العرب. ركلة حرة مباشرة ستنفذ الآن لمصلحة المنتخب الأرجنتيني. ليو والتسديدة هنا بعيدة، نعم بعيدة كانت الكرة الماضية إلى خارج الملعب، تحولت إلى ركلة مرمى لمصلحة المنتخب السعودي. يلا يا شباب، 10 دقائق فقط. مضى الكثير ولم يتبقى إلا القليل، مضى الكثير ولم يتبقى إلا القليل. مباراة العمر، نعم هي كذلك. ركلة مرمى العويس. الآن أنت تشاهد بمشاعرك وأنا أعلق بمشاعري، واللاعب يلعب بمشاعره. هنا المشاعر هي من تلعب، هنا المشاعر هي من تحكي، هنا المشاعر هي من تشاهد، هنا المشاعر هي التي تقول كل شيء. كرة منقولة عن طريق ياسر شهراني، يلعب كرة تعود مرة أخرى، وصلت لمصلحة المنتخب الأرجنتيني. نقلة سعود عبد الحميد، لكن تدخل كان موجود. بطاقة صفراء، بطاقة صفراء في اللقطة الماضية. هنا هذه المباراة في قطر، القلوب ترجف هناك في الرياض، في جدة، في كل مناطق المملكة وفي كل المناطق العربية. نعم أكاد أجزم بهذا الأمر يا سادة. كرة منقولة وصلت من الطرف الأيسر، تمريرة إلى الخلف تعود من جديد لمصلحة المنتخب الأرجنتيني. نقلة بعد ذلك في الطرف الأيمن عن طريق يوتاميندي، تمريرة في وسط الميدان. الكرة ما زالت قائمة، وصلت هذه الكرة في وسط الملعب مرة أخرى، عودة إلى الخلف من جديد، تمريرة في الوسط. نقلة بعد ذلك من الجانب الأيسر لمصلحة المنتخب الأرجنتيني عن طريق أكونيا يتقدم. أكونيا عنده كرة عرضية ترسل عالية. العويس من جديد يتصدى، يتمكن من هذه الكرة، يتمكن من التصدي للكرة الماضية. هاتان الأرجنتينيتان خائفتان، ولكن نحن هنا لا نعرف الخوف. قالها السعودي قولا وفعلا واحد هنا من خلال هذا اللقاء. كرة منقولة، خطأ كان موجود في اللقطة الماضية، خطأ كان موجود لمصلحة المنتخب السعودي. ركلة حرة مباشرة ستنفذ في هذه اللحظات. كرة منقولة طويلة إلى أقصى الطرف الأيمن، وصلت بعد ذلك في وسط الملعب، بتعود الكرة عن طريق رودريغو. تيبول ينقل الكرة من الجانب الأيمن، حذاري من أنخل، حذاري من لدغات دي ماريا، حذاري من أنخل، لكن برافو 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 في التغطية في اللقطة الماضية. كرة بتعود، ياسر يغطي، الكرة ما زالت عن طريق أنخل، دي ماريا يتقدم، عودة للخلف عن طريق رودريغو. تيبول يرسل الكرة بتعود بعد ذلك عن طريق كونيا، وصلت هذه الكرة في وسط الملعب، ما زالت الكرة قائمة عن طريق رودريغو. تيبول يمرر باتجاه أنخل، دي ماريا عنده كرة عرضية ترسل عالية خطيرة إلى ليو. العويس، نعم قلت لكم سأحتفل بكل إيقاف، بكل تصدي، بكل إبعاد، كما لو أن العويس سجل هدفا، وهنا العويس يسجل أهداف، هنا العويس يسجل أهداف، تصدين وراء تصدين، وبإذن الله تكمل، وبإذن الله تكمل إلى أخضر، تكمل بإذن الله، تكمل كرة إلى خارج الملعب، تحولت إلى رمية تماس، رمية جانبية، منقول الكرة، وصلت بعد ذلك في الطرف الأيمن، طويل الكرة بعيدة إلى ركلة مرمى، عند حارس المرمى محمد العويس. يمضي الوقت، جماهير السعودية تترقب، ويا بخت من حضر هنا في هذه المدرجات، يا بخت من حضر هنا في استاد حسين، لأنه سيحكي لأولاده ويوما لأحفاده. كنت شاهدا على ذلك اليوم الذي لم يكن فيه المستحيل سعودي، لم يكن فيه المستحيل سعودي. كرة منقولة عن طريق ياسر الشهراني، عند كرة من الجانب الأيسر، تمريرة، الكرة ما زالت قائمة سهلة عند حارس المرمى، الحارس ميليانو مارتينيز. إصابة فراس لبركان، كرة عن طريق ليون، ممتاز فراس ينهب، نعم ينهب، يقاتل، نعم هو كذلك يقاتل داخل أرضية الملعب، يتحمل على نفسه لأنه يعلم أن هذه اللحظة هي لحظة فارقة في تاريخه، نعم في تاريخي وفي تاريخ لاعب المنتخب السعودي وكرة القدم السعودية وتاريخ كرة القدم العربية. ليو، يا ليو، اليوم أنت خضت مباراة أمام العزيمة السعودية، اليوم أنت خضت مباراة أمام العزيمة السعودية، أمام الآمال السعودية، أمام الطموحات السعودية، أمام الإيمان السعودي بهذا المنتخب وبما هو قادر على أن يفعل. عملوا كثيرا في سنوات مضت من خلال معسكرات ومن خلال الكثير والكثير من الرؤى لمستقبل كرة القدم السعودية، وهنا ما هو إلا ثمار ربما يقطف بعد لحظات، بعد 4 دقائق. يا سيد سلافكو يا فينيسيوس، هل تعلم بأنك لو أطلقت الصافرة والنتيجة على هذا الحال ستكون أجمل صافرة يسمعها كل سعودي في تاريخ كرة القدم السعودية ككل، ستكون أجمل صافرة يسمعها المشجع السعودي. نعم كرة منقولة، وصلت عن طريق كونيا، تمريرة إلى الخلف، بتعود هذه الكرة لمصلحة المنتخب الأرجنتيني، تمريرة في وسط الميدان عن طريق رودريغو، عادت باتجاه ليو، وصلت هذه الكرة رودريغو، نقلة من الطرف الأيمن، أنخل دي ماريا، عرضية، حذاري من هذه الكرة. يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام، هذه الكرة جميلة في عملية الإبعاد. فراس لبركان، فراس يتقدم، لبركان عنده كرة، فراس يبحث عن زميل وينهى الكرة، وصلت من الطرف الأيسر من جديد، الانطلاق السريع، المرور، التقدم، الوصول، الكرة ما زالت عند فراس يقاتل على هذه الكرة، لكن هناك خط تكرر. تغييران في تشكيلة الأخضر السعودي في هذه اللحظات. هيثم عسيري راح يدخل، وراح يدخل كذلك عبد الإله العمري. نواف العابد يغادر أرضية الملعب ويتحصل على البطاقة الصفراء. هيثم عسيري، عبد الاله العمري. يلا يا رجال انا خلاص انا واقف الان كتلك الجماهير الواقفه هنا في المدرجات. اقف مع هذه الجماهير وانتظر، أقف مع هذه الجماهير وانتظر، أقف مع هذه الجماهير وانتظر صافرة تأتي من حكم المباراة حتى ولو ما زال الأمر مبكرا. كرة منقولة لمصلحة المنتخب الأرجنتيني، تمريرة في وسط الملعب، نقلة بعد ذلك إلى الخلف مرة أخرى، تمريرة إلى أقصى اليمين أرجنتينية، لكن هناك ياسر الشهراني. كرة تحولت إلى خارج الملعب إلى رمية تماس، وصلت هذه الكرة من الطرف الأيمن، تمريرة سقط ليو، لا وجود لخطأ. كرة منقولة في وسط الملعب مرة أخرى، ياسر يا ياسر. نعم يقاتلون على كل كرة. الآن وقت القتال الكروي بين قوسين. نعم بين قوسين، كرة منقولة وصلت عن طريق أنخيل دي ماريا. الدقيقة الأخيرة، الدقيقة الأخيرة، حذاري من أنخيل، هنا خطأ، وحذاري كذلك من ارتكاب الأخطاء، حذاري كذلك من ارتكاب الأخطاء. كرة إلى ركلة حرة مباشرة لمصلحة المنتخب الأرجنتيني. ركلة حرة مباشرة لمصلحة المنتخب الأرجنتيني في هذه اللحظات. ليو على تنفيذ الركلة الحرة المباشرة، ميسي على تنفيذ الركلة الحرة المباشرة. لعويس يا لعويس، حسان، برافو يا حسان، من امام اللاعب الفاريز في التغطية الماضية، من امام الفاريز في التغطية في اللقطة الماضية. 8 دقائق اضاف الحكم، وقت محتسب بدلا من الضائع. السلوفيني ناوي يعيشنا في لحظات صعبة، اصعب اللحظات يا اخضر، اصعب اللحظات يا اخضر، لكن انتم قدها يا الاخضر، انتم قدها وقدود يا الاخضر. كرة منقولة وصلت الى الخلف عن طريق رودريغو تيبولا، عنده كرة عرضية بل كرة ترسل طولية.